The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather. And we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Carolina Panthers. Brandon Gaudin with my good friend Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at the Panthers in this matchup. They know coming in they've got to be at their best because they're facing one of the better overall defenses in the NFL.
And this is not one of the better offenses around in terms of running the football. So they understand that they're going to be put to the test a bit. The big plays in the run game, they haven't been there of late. So maybe that means we'll see them shake things up a little bit. Some RPOs, some touch passes, some draw plays, anything to try and gain a little bit of momentum.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. So here are the Panthers backed up to start their initial drive. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Right back to him on first down. The numbers for him from a week ago, 22 carries, 76 yards and a touchdown.
And he's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people open downfield.
He takes this for 3 to the 29. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. Throwing, Jones. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big play there for Carolina.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 7 yards, the pickup there. 2nd down and 3. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. From the 10-yard line, here's second and goal. Now Jones. Oh, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. They'll look to throw on third and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. And his kick here is good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
Not sure what you thought, but I thought it was appropriate when he walked into our meeting with his arm totally encased in ice, because he threw 5 touchdown passes last week and won the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award.
Yeah, but reading the paper this morning, and he said, gosh, I actually thought I should have got 6 or 7. But still, it was an amazing performance a week ago.
Boy, I'll tell you what, if he thought he should have had 6 or 7, that's a guy who's an absolute perfectionist, not just greedy.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to float this one deep right side. It got his man complete. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. 83 yards. And the Falcons have taken the lead. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. They are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it, can't afford anymore.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
To try again after the sack, Jones. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up the third down. There's Jones to throw on third down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And to give this time to the tailback. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
Yeah, this is going to be a Panthers first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
A couple of first downs, has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now they try the right side here. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Now after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This is Reese on the ground. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 29-yard line. From the gun, Jones. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
Well, the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Back to throw. Jones. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The 3rd down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress. And I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2. Got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim. And hopefully they'll be kicking extra points instead.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He'll drop to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
Matt Rule not a big fan of that last call, and he's going to go ahead and challenge it. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So Matt Rule able to challenge that one successfully. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
They go with the empty set there. 5 receivers into formation. Normally, you want to have a running back in to block, but in this case, he's lined up to the right, and he ends up getting the football. A lot of confusion caused defensively, and it turns into a big play.
They'll look to throw again. And his throw is incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
But that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. And nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Now Jones on 1st and 10, looking deep downfield. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on it before he got the quarterback on the ground.
And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And they must have seen something leading up to this one that said, hey, we're going to be able to go deep, because they've gone deep with a lot of success.
And pick your phrase, pick your code words, your buzzwords, whatever, vertical stretch, deep passes, go routes, right? What's that route you love? What's that route you love? Four verts. All of it working because they're able to find ways to get deep, and for him to show off that big arm.
We see some of that big arm right here. He has been great. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Back to throw. He finds Smith out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete.
And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Back to throw again. Eluding the pressure. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's second down.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Second and 11 now.
They're going to look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a third and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to fourth down.
So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans, and it's an early lead there for the Saints. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
These two teams, they met in Charlotte earlier in the year with the Panthers coming out on top. So a win here in Atlanta would give them the season sweep.
From the 38, Jones. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A big connection on that one. 33 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. So that'll back them up 5.
We got this.
Back to throw. Jones. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Good job, D.
Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, You go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Now a handoff looking right. Down right around the 25. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 6-point game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he's got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Flush to his right. Finding some room at midfield. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. We've seen the pressure get to him several times in this game. There, though, we see him escape it.
And we've seen this rookie video before as well. That type of pressure, oftentimes, what do you resort to? Your legs, try and escape. What you hope is that this doesn't become habit for him, that he learns how to handle the pressure, still keep his eyes downfield, and make some throws.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Back to throw here. And he will find his man on the outside. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a dump off here complete. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. 2nd and 6. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll try and run for it. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Panthers will get the football back. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Throwing to start the drive. Jones brings it up just shy of the 25. Showed some of that quickness there on the move. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. From the 24, Jones. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. Jones. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
Let's go.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Jones on 1st down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And he's got his man on the out route. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Let's go.
And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, this from 48. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll start in Nashville. Tampa Bay making the trip to Nissan Stadium to take on Tennessee. And it's the Titans with the lead in the second quarter of play. The Titans still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, we head down to sunny Miami to check on the Dolphins at home at Hard Rock Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting New England Patriots. Tua Tagovailoa has thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou. Check in on the Saints at home at the Caesars Superdome. And they've got the lead over the visiting Houston Texans. The Saints trying to finish that one off and claim victory. Now time for a check of the next-gen stats in the first half for Carolina. And they've had some success on the ground. And with the lead going into the second half, they'll no doubt be looking to keep it going. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
3 yards remain for second down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And this will be a Falcons first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Caught left side, Hopkins. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 down at the 33. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year back in week 2. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll set up a throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 17-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4. This will be caught at about the 5. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And they'll run again. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And it's good. It cuts it to 2. 16-14 our score. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
Now, he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And he'll give it here to his running back. 68 yards on the ground for him so far. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And to give this time to the tailback. And this is going to be a Panthers first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Here we go.
What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And the final number here in terms of the top speed that he hit, absolutely absurd. Next Gen Stats has him at better than 23 miles an hour on that one.
Now a play fake here on first down. Going for the deep ball. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Now here's a throw that's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down. On 2nd and 9, Jones. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Throwing Jones. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, so that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty, but when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown.
That's it, baby.
A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes this a 9-point game. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Atlanta regains possession of the football. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, you know, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Second and 11. That's complete once again to Hopkins. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. He'll look to throw. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the 30 on second down, Jones got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The Panthers on third down. They've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. This time it's 3rd and 3. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there. And now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Smith. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this one complete to Smith. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 53 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. And here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam. On first down, he'll drop to throw.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. And let's check on the call. Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. Looking to throw. Looking for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. The Falcons on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. He'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Here's a 2nd and 7. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw here. Buying time to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a halt. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And his kick is indeed good. And that'll move him back within 6 now.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Carolina getting set to take the field.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
Now Jones. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Jones now throwing on 1st down. This is Reese on the grab. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And this is going to be a Panthers first down as the tackle made here at the 36.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Let's go!
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And to give this time to the tailback. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37.
And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. So all eyes on the Falcons. Down by 6. A minute 39 to go. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Back to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. Oh, and he'll be tackled and covered up inbounds. They get another 1st, but they're working with no timeouts. He's got Smith here. And he's got this down to the 35. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Carolina, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.